Hi stars! When I was younger, I used to draw a haunted house every year for Halloween. I wanted to revamp that tradition, but with The Sims. The original one was just a big box with windows, so I added more dimension and a versatile floor plan. You can easily change a room if you didn't like it. The house is inspired by Victorian architecture. It is 3 stories and it has 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. Here is the second floor balcony. It is encased by 3 separate roofs. I couldn't use fences with the roofs, so I settled for half walls. Here is where I place exterior friezes. Later on, I removed the bottom one. In the jump cut, I removed the clips of me placing columns on all of the corners and support points. I also removed picking the siding. I wanted brick like the original haunted house, but it looked too neat and put together. So I settled for scraggly siding and roofing. I used bricks on the foundation instead. The upper balcony was going to have iron fencing, but it didn't look right, so I went ahead and replaced it with concrete. I moved the house to the far side of the lot and began building the mausoleum. The brick siding I wanted to use on the house, I ended up using here. I also used a concrete roof and Roman-style columns, along with black and gold friezes to tie the color scheme together. Here's my favorite part, building the chimney. The house I grew up in had a similar chimney. Bell shape makes the house look more dynamic. I used a brick siding that matches the house's foundation and flooring. The greenhouse was inspired by the Addams family mansion, as well as other Victorian houses in the media. Here I went back to the chimney and I added an in-game functioning one. I also added roof cresting to the house and mausoleum. Going inside now, we start in the master bedroom. I cut out the parts of me adding wallpaper, flooring, lighting, cracks, spiderwebs, and landscaping. I also furnished and decorated the 3 bathrooms. For the master bedroom, I wanted a dark, romantic, regal theme. So for the color scheme, I chose deep reds, blacks, browns, and golds. The furniture is quite posh, with its intricate details. I used it to convey the regal theme. This table with a mirror and chair is supposed to be a vanity. I don't own the vintage glamour pack, but if you did, you could easily replace it. On to the next room, I chose deep purples and blacks to convey a dark, mysterious theme. The beige room was going to be a nursery, but there aren't many items for younger Sims to pull off the desired look. I placed these pictures of buildings with the idea that the owners of the house made blueprints to make a mansion they wanted to build. I go back to the purple room to place these drawings to add character the room was lacking. Heading up to the 3rd floor, we're working on the ballroom and entertainment room. I wanted this room to be a space your Sims could grab a drink and impress their guests. On to the next room, we work on the study, which is meant to be a space for skill building and enjoying hobbies. A place where your Sims could paint, write, and play chess. The landing was a big open space that I didn't know how to fill, so I put some chairs, a gramophone, and a portrait of a lady. Now, onto the first floor, starting in the dining room. I usually associate the color red with formal dining. I'm not really sure why. I guess it gives off a sense of wealth. This is the living room. I wanted to make it the blue room, but the blue was way too obnoxious, so I used the color gray instead. It still provides the same vibe, a relaxing room to read books and drink tea with your guests. Moving to the green room, I turned it into the family room. I chose nature colors like green, beige, brown, and gold to express a relaxing, comforting, this is home feeling, even though the green is absolutely an eyesore. In the kitchen, I give your eyes a break with a very neutral color scheme, such as black, white, brown, and gold. I used some older style appliances to give the home a dated look. Finally, reaching the mausoleum. I made it into a vampire's hideout, where they'd probably trying to find a vampirism cure. In the realm of magic, you could easily turn it into a spooky witch's lair. Renovated the home into a more suburban style, you could turn it into a tool shed with the workbench, or even a pool house, though it might be a little too small. Moving on to the greenhouse, I placed planter pots and a flower bench. Finally, doing a walkthrough of the house. We first enter the living room. Going now into the family room, also known as the green room. Connected to the green room is the greenhouse. You can see the family graves I placed in the backyard. Go look at them later. Moving into the dining room, you can see how tall the walls are. I used a medium wall height to achieve the dramatic look. Going into the kitchen, you can really see how spacious the room is. Moving now to the second floor. We're going into the first bedroom. The room is connected to a balcony. From here, you can see the backyard. This balcony is also connected to the second bedroom. This is the first bathroom. It's not all that interesting. Moving on to the master bedroom, it is a very spacious room. And here's the ensuite bathroom. Going up to the third floor now. First go on to the balcony. You can see the backyard from this balcony as well. Moving along to the study, I would have to say the study is my favorite room. The colorful paintings make it seem so magical. We can see it connects to the balcony as well. Here is the final bathroom. And here is the ballroom. Going into the backyard now. We first arrive in the mausoleum. I promise the casket is in here. You can tell by the shadow. The camera angle made it disappear. Looking up at the house from here really puts the build into perspective. Finally, the family graveyard. After filming this, I revisit the plots to add flowers and candles. You can download this build on the gallery at RealCosmicCat. The info will be in the description below. Much love and many wishes.